Barry, what do you mean by, to be your own guru? What's the philosophy behind
That's
that?
another thing. That's kind of like everything we've been talking about. I mean,
Hmm.
I go in and I do presentations and we give people a lot of information and hopefully get people motivated a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're going to see me once a year, if that. Or maybe you read a book. You read the book and you get all excited and you get all pumped up, and then you put it down. And I'm not going to be able to be with you. Stephen Covey isn't going to be able to be with you every hour of the day and the night when all those thousands of little decisions that lead toward your goal or away from your goal have to be made. So you really have to be your own guru, your
Hmm.
own motivational speaker. You got to think of that as part of your job description. It's part of your job to get yourself ready and willing to go every single day and get yourself motivated. If you're not motivated, you're not doing your job. You know, don't look for me to do it. Don't look for Stephen Covey to do it. Don't look for, anybody else to do it. You got to do it yourself. And it's part of what you bring to the job. And it's part of the job responsibility. It's a definite part of the
Yeah.
job responsibility.
I mean, that's really wonderful that, in the end, you have to do yourself. You
Absolutely.
can you
Because,
can you can get external motivation a few times, one or two times, but at the end it's you and you only, and you have,
and it's you and you
yeah,
only. Right?
yeah,
It's you.
and you
It's
have
you
to
right
run
now
that.
in the middle of the night doing this interview. And you
Yeah,
have to motivate yourself to do it. Right?
yeah,
You can't take, well, I got to go, let me get that book that motivates me. I'll read that for a while and then I'll get
yeah,
motivated.
yeah,
Oh, you got to do it on demand.
yeah. I
You got to
mean,
get used to thinking of that as part of your job.
yeah, totally love that. Totally love that. That you have to kind of, like, inner drive. No one
Yeah,
else
you
can
have to
do
have
it
the
for
inner
you.
drive.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it, you better turn it on. You better find it,
Hmm.
particularly if you're working for yourself,
Yeah, I mean,
because you're never going to get where you want to go if you can't drive yourself there. You can't wait for me to drive you there or Stephen Covey to drive you there or anybody else for that matter.
yeah, that's totally understandable. That if we aren't willing to push ourselves, then it really doesn't matter whether it's Stephen Covey or it's Tony Robbins. Then no one can drive us. In
Right.
the
That's
in
it.
the in the end, a man's gotta drive himself.
In the end, the
Totally
man's
love
got
that.
to, very, very well said. Yeah, in the end, the man's got to drive himself.
Yeah,
And Stephen Covey can drive you for a little while, but
yeah.
that's that kind of motivation, all well and good, and it's great, and that's part of what I do. But it only lasts for a certain amount of
Hmm.
time. You got to be willing to pick it up when the Stephen Covey inspired efforts have gone. You got to be willing to do it yourself.